People eating tasty animals. 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 People eating tasty. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, sleepy Randy?
What is up? I am sleepy.
You are sleepy.
It's a nice day. I've got a full belly.
Yeah, we just got done recording one show and eating some
I finished my hot mess.
meat.
Oh,
Eric's meat.
I am ready for a nap. It's sleepy time.
All right, well, we've got some stuff to cover.
Okay, then
We've
let's do
got
that
the
instead.
coronavirus.
Okay.
Maybe.
Hot topic.
I mean, I don't know if this is going to... Well, maybe we don't have coronavirus. But we have PITA.
We do have PITA.
We have PITA and we have Nintendo.
Not the bread. Okay.
All right? So, just a little heads up. But first...
Oh, I'm so full.
We have a whiskey to try.
Okay.
Something that I have been trying to get.
Uh-oh.
Not that hard, but trying to get. I've seen it in the stores. I just haven't picked it up. That's why I said trying.
Okay. I'm very intrigued. Now, I did notice for the last episode you pulled out 2 teeny tiny bottles out of a large bag.
Yes, I did.
And I knew you were getting those. I don't know what this is.
Well, I took a picture, but I didn't send it because I decided to keep it as a surprise.
Okay.
I'm doing the shit you do to me.
That's fair. I can't hate you for it if I do it to you.
So this is something...
Weller CY PB or whatever.
Oh, God, that would be amazing.
BP.
That'd be
Bourbon.
amazing. If it was that or Blue Label.
Yeah, that would be
But
amazing.
it is a rye.
Okay.
Okay.
Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig PiggyBack.
I guessed it right. I almost bought you some of that last week. But then I didn't.
So this is something...
How mad are you that I guessed it?
I'm not mad at all.
Okay, good.
I'm impressed.
Yes.
I'm impressed. So, Whistle Pig PiggyBack is a dedication whiskey to Dave Pickerel, who was the master distiller for Whistle Pig.
Yes.
And he took a very hard stance on the secondary market and purposely priced all of their whiskey higher than what it should be.
Yeah.
So, like a bottle of 10-year is anywhere between $68 and $97, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
I bought a bottle in Pennsylvania for $68, but here I think it's closer to like $89. But this bottle is purposely priced at $50 or $60, $50.
Okay.
And it's a dedication bottle. When he passed away, they did this 6-year rye. I wanted to get one the minute that it came out, but it wasn't available in Ohio. And then when it became available in Ohio, I didn't go out and get one. So when I say I've been looking for it, but not that hard, I've known where to find it. It's on the shelf.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And so I decided to pick some up when I bought the Kentucky Tavern and the Beams 8-star.
Oh.
I had to make my trip worth the while.
Well, yeah, I was kind of wondering because, like I said, you had a bigger bag. I didn't know maybe something was downstairs in your collection or something, but I was wondering why you went all the way to the store for that couple bottles of swill.
That swill. I told you it was swill.
It was rough. I'm still intrigued to taste it mixed.
Well, we can try it mixed if you want while we're doing this.
We might do that.
Do you want to do that first?
Bad. No, right now my palate's kind of cleansed. I want to hit the Whistle Pig before I put any. I don't want to get back to.
You don't want to ruin it.
No, let's try this. You and I not on there so much, but we've talked about this for a while.
We have. And it's 100% rye. It's 96.5 proof. It's pot distilled. It is aged 6 years in American oak barrels. And like I said, it's basically a tribute to Dave Pickerel. So on the back, there's a quote that says, "Here's to the piggyback ride you'll all deserve, Dave Pickerel. Classic, spicy, and spontaneous."
Ooh.
Which he was a
Kinda
classy,
like you.
Spicy, and spontaneous guy.
Yeah, you're not so classy.
I'm not.
You're just spicy.
I'm so spicy.
So spicy. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
This one I'm going to give...
I didn't know what you're about to bust out, so I'm
bigger
glad.
pour. I'm coming over to you.
And I'm glad that I guessed it.
You did.
Got a clean Glencairn here. I've washed out and about gagged on getting the water out of. And this one I've definitely got higher expectations than that other garbage. It's a cool label.
Yeah, I like the bottle. The bottle's cool. They have all their own bottles made. Like it has,
Whistle Pig bottles are kind of their own distinct shape.
They have a WP stamped in the bottle, like in the glass, which is kind of cool. So, they're spending money on having bottles made.
Ooh.
Does it smell good? I haven't smelled it yet.
Oh. It smells very, very unique. I don't know if I've smelled one quite like this.
I want the tasting notes.
Yeah, I see you pulling them up. Good thing we schedule stuff and plan it.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we don't have to do it while on air. Y'all, on the nose, it's got... Man, there's something different with it.
I don't want flavors. Flavor gave me bad information last time.
Flaviar.
Give me someone of substance. Casker. No, Caskers.
I mean, Whistle Pig right there.
The whiskey wash. There we go. That's
okay,
what I want.
That one.
There. That's what I want.
Man, this is weird on the nose. It's different.
I mean,
yeah, get a big old whiff of it.
I'm going to be honest. You know what it smells like?
What?
Sounds so bad.
He's
it changed. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
So when I smelled it the first time, I'm not going to lie, it smelled like dog shit on my tractor tire. And that
It's got a very unique smell.
It does. It has a very unique smell to it. So let's see here.
I don't know. I don't know on the nose. I don't know what.
On the nose, bit fiery on the nose. The spirit opens up the spice and more spice. White pepper, clove, vanilla bean, and jasmine.
The jasmine, there's the floral note I'm getting, and the pepper for sure.
I'm definitely getting the pepper.
It's very peppery on the nose.
See,
like very.
These are things that I need to read them, and then I know what I'm picking up. I do pick up the vanilla, too.
I don't get much of the vanilla, but I definitely get a floral note.
I get the pepper. I get a slight floral note. I'm getting the vanilla, but I do not get clove. I'm not picking up any clove.
For me, it's mainly floral and pepper. The white pepper, for sure.
It's
the peppery's
very
there.
peppery.
I mean, it hits you right up front. Like, it hits you hard.
Let's see. I'm not going to read the palette yet. I want to see if I can, what I
Okay.
get.
I'll do the same. What do you think? I haven't tasted yet.
It is spicy.
You drink it, and then a minute later it hit you.
Yeah,
it took a second.
It took a second. It's still
You gotta talk while I
tipping my tongue.
Tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips.
Yeah. Tip of the tongue. So, it's really good. There's definitely something fruity going on with it. It's spicy as hell, but it's a rye. But there's something.
We've had a lot of ryes, so this is a different kind of rye.
This is different. So I'm getting like something fruity.
But I'm getting hold on.
It's definitely something sweet as well. Like it's very sweet with a burn. It's not something I've ever had before.
No, it's very unique. That's why I just let it sit on my tongue for a while. I'm tasting a almost like a brown sugary, like a caramelized candy type.
Yeah,
but with that pepper too. It's really weird that it has that spicy.
Taste.
It's kind of like eating. Not a spicy candy because that's like a cinnamon candy, but like it's like candy that somebody put pepper on. It's like a dark.
It's like
melted.
Dark notes.
It's heavy
melted sugar with pepper in it,
and there is a heavy fruit flavor, but I don't know what fruit it is. It's not like apricots or anything, or maybe it is. I don't.
No, it's something.
There's something there. I get a floral taste.
I'm not getting a floral taste. I'm getting like on the fruit. It's kind of sweet and tart at the same time. And then I'm getting some like caramelized sugar, like a burnt sugar,
flavor.
So let's see. On the palate, It's thin, bracing, and without smoothness. It
True.
is definitely without smoothness.
Yeah, this is not a smooth one.
This says strong clove goes straight to the sinuses, which I didn't get that.
I don't think I got that.
With a clean dark cherry blooming in the mid palate. So
Okay.
that's that. I think that's the, like I said, the tart fruity fruitiness to it. Glimmers of caramelized sugar and counterbalanced with herbal bitterness.
Yeah, the herbal. Okay, that's where I get the floral.
That's I'm getting
That on the back palate there, definitely I get. It's like potpourri.
Yeah,
it's
kind of
like cooked flowers.
And I'm not a potpourri person. But this is, I like it.
I like it, but it's different.
It's
man.
so different.
We both just added a little water.
Yep.
Kind of letting it breathe a little. Does it change the nose at all?
No,
I was going to say, it shouldn't change the nose too much.
I just wanted to see. I keep hearing so. For those that don't know, the headphone amplifier I'm using picks up a radio station in the background, and right now they're playing changes.
Ooh, that's good with water.
Is it?
Try it. Take
All
a
right, hold
sip. Just a little sip, man. That calms down that peppery.
Hold on.
Got him. Wrong pipe.
Wrong pipe. You saw it happen too.
Yep, wrong pipe. I saw you about lose it as soon as it hit the back of the throat.
All right, let me try this again.
Yeah, try to drink like a human being.
Not like
Not a dog. Right, quit lapping it up.
like a photo I sent last night.
That's so funny, man. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh yeah,
It's good with water,
that
right?
is. Yeah,
It really, really mellows it out and opens it up too. I think it's more broad.
Right.
If that makes sense.
yeah. It opens
It's
it
not
up
as
a lot.
like it's more of a blended taste than a.
This is good.
I like
I
it.
may take some to Dude so he can give this a shot.
I think he'd enjoy that.
Actually, I know because I know the person who's gonna absolutely love this, and
Who's
it's I don't know if she listens or not. I don't know. Her son used to listen at one point, and I'm like, maybe he shouldn't. But Katie Shank.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Katie Shank's mom is a huge rye drinker.
Really?
She loves rye.
Yeah, this would be a good one.
I may.
Katie sent us stuff to try before.
She
too.
has. She sent us beer, but I may put some of this in a bottle and take it down to Deb.
Mm.
It's so good.
This one is a sipper with water, much better than neat. I think it's not bad with neat, but this with water is more like a. It really makes it a bit more of a smooth sweetness, not a harsh like caramelized sweetness. It's more like a candy flavor to me.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
This, I would say, with just a splash of water, is personally much more enjoyable than neat. I liked it neat.
I like it neat. I like them spicy. I like my rye spicy.
Well, yeah.
So this one is much more spicy than their 10-year.
This is much more spicy than any rye I've had, I think.
Okay. So I don't know. I think I would go neat with this. I'd go with this on ice, and I would go with this with a little bit of water.
Yeah, I'd really like to try this over a whiskey cube ball thing.
But yeah, I definitely would.
I think this would be fantastic on the rocks. I don't know. I think I like it better with the splash of water.
Yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm going to rate it the same, though, because I did like it neat. It's definitely unique. I don't think we've tried even a rye whiskey like this.
No, we haven't tried anything that's like this.
Yeah. And at $50, not a terrible deal.
No.
And it's pretty easy to find. I've seen it multiple times.
So I've never seen it at our Giant Eagle here in Lancaster.
I've seen it in my travels at, I can name 3 stores off the top of my head that I know have it.
But I know I knew they had it at Pit Stop when I went, because that's where I went to get the other two.
swill.
Just because I knew that they would have it over.
Yeah.
Just, they're a liquor store. They're not Giant Eagle.
Right.
Giant Eagle never has shit anymore. So, yeah. So what do you give it?
At $50 with pretty decent availability, I'm going to give this one a 3.
Cool. Yeah.
Good solid 3. Yeah, I think 3 is where I like it at. I think it's a very fair rating. 3 out of 5 donuts, which for our rating means you should buy it if you see it.
Yeah.
It's well worth the $50. I think in that price range, it's good.
Basically, I've equated, so Dude has his rating system. It's hunt, shelf,
pass.
pass.
Yeah.
1's a pass, 3's a buy, Or
Yeah,
three's a
shelf.
shelf, five's a
4 or
a
5
hunt.
is for us like 4 is a hunt pretty much. That's where we put like
Yeah.
2-bitch and Virgil Cane.
Yeah, so
4,
I'm
4.5.
gonna give this a 3.5. I give
Yeah,
it. I
that's fair.
I like ryes.
Yeah.
I look out for ryes. I buy ryes when I see them. And this really surprised me. Like I was just thinking it was going to be more of kind of a 6-year version of their 10-year.
No, I haven't had. Did we review their 10-year?
Yeah, we
did.
Yeah.
This from what I remember, this does not taste like anything we've reviewed. It's very unique.
This is unique
in a good
This
way.
is- This
in a
is
good way.
This is really good.
So yeah, I'm gonna say my 3.
Okay.
You know what? I'm really intrigued to taste this in a Manhattan someday. I
Well-
think this might make a great Manhattan
Manhattan or old fashioned?
or man fashion.
A man fashion because I just made simple syrup.
Oh, I know what we're doing after this.
It is so fucking
I think-
sweet.
Which simple syrup is?
No, this is like
How is it? It's like sugar and water.
I know, and I made it for margaritas,
Mm-hmm.
and it overpowered the tequila.
Really?
Oh my god,
That's saying something.
it overpowered the tequila. I was just like,
Yeah, I think this would make a very unique man fashion,
This
just
would.
like the Virgil Cane ginger.
yes,
You know, it's going to give it that different twist where you get the sweetness of the simple syrup and the fruits, but then you get this little bite
yeah. Well,
where the ginger gives it that little twist. I think this would be great in a man fashion.
and with the orange juice
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everything else in it,
Yep.
yeah, you're right. This would make a.
I think this would be. I'd say as it sits now, I'm going to stick at 3, which is good. If
fantastic.
anybody from Whistle Pig listens, understand 3 out of 5 for us is go buy it.
Three and above is go out and get it.
Yeah,
It's
like
not
you
like
should.
run to the store immediately and
Right, I'm
steal
not gonna,
toilet paper and whiskey.
Yeah, this is not a hoarding item. This is a very good buy at the price and the availability.
Absolutely.
If you see Whistle Pig, and here's the thing: I've been talking with some people who are younger, who are getting into bourbons. One gal I know I've been talking to, her husband has a bourbon collection, kind of like Tyler. He sends a picture of his,
Yeah.
or put it on his Instagram. It is very. It's almost. I honestly thought it was the same picture at first. I had to compare. I've got a friend whose husband has a very similar collection, same shelf setup, everything.
Really?
And she had a glass on her Instagram story where she was sitting on the deck reading a book and she's not a bourbon drinker. I said, okay, so what's in there? And it was the Knob Creek smoked maple
Oh, okay.
that we liked.
Yeah.
And then I had another guy that he's younger and that I know from a different, time in my life. And he has been trying new beers and he's more like you with some of the craft beers,
Okay.
but he was editing video or something, working from home, and had a bourbon. And I'm like, what do you have? It's Woodford. I think it was I forget which Woodford, but he said, I want to try the double oak. And I said, hey, we've reviewed the double oaked. The Woodford rye we really liked. Like, try that. It's got a little.
Well, that bottle of
That bottle was different, right?
is different. So getting a rye is fine. That was a different experimental bottle.
But I told him that if he wants something with a little bite, to try a rye. And
Yes,
Woodford
try a
makes
rye. Yes.
But yeah, like I recommended Weller's Antique, the go-tos. $17.92. I said, if you just want a $30 bottle of smooth whiskey to drink, $17.92 is a good one. And it reminds me a lot of kind of the Woodford.
Okay.
Kind of. It's just a very good, smooth sipper. So I like it. In 1792, we tried. I think we just rated kind of average, but for the price, I like it. This here for $50,
I'm all in.
I'm with you, man. You got to buy it. Whistle Pig, good job.
Whistle Pig. This is
snag this one because for the price, it's going to be different than anything you have in your collection. That's not this. This has way more of a peppery kick.
I guarantee this will be different than anything you have in any collection.
Yeah, we're almost 100 episodes in, 2 years worth almost, and we've never had something like this.
Yeah, I actually had a high school friend of mine, acquaintance. Him and I was his coach his senior year for long jump and high jump in track. That was the only year that I ever coached. He actually sent me a text, and Bobby, I love you. This isn't.
I like how you just licked your thumb off,
Yeah,
flipping through your phone like it's an old book.
I had some shit on the screen.
Probably from that hot mess we had last episode.
It was. So I get a text from my buddy Bobby, and he's like, hey, what bourbons do I need to look out for? I bought a lot of Pappy at an auction, but I need to start building a real collection.
Okay.
And I'm like,
You bought a lot of Pappy?
yes.
That's intriguing.
And I said, I think you got a pretty good collection going there.
Like the people that hit me up are like, "Hey, I've only ever had Jack Daniels. What should I buy?"
Well, his next text.
He literally went, "Hey, I have a collection of Ferraris. What kind of cars should I get?"
Well, that leads into my his next response. I love Bobby. Bobby's such a good guy. He lives in Indianapolis. I have 400 bottles of wine.
What?
But I don't like wine.
What? 400 bottles and you don't even like it?
He's like, I bought 400 bottles of wine, but I prefer to drink bourbon.
Hey, good for him. He's doing well, apparently.
And I'm not going to post this, but this is what he sends me as far as this Pappy collection goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles.
All you got to do is say, hey, you've got 8 bottles. Send us 4, and I'll send you 4 back. We'll do a trade.
We'll do it, yeah. Even trade.
Even up. Because we review bourbons and give it to us.
Yeah. I love Bobby. He's such a good guy. I don't mean to call you out, Bobby, if you're listening, but
no,
I just
thought that's just incredible to me.
I thought it was a great text between him and I where he's just like, I bought a bunch of Pappy at auction. Now,
just on a whim, like he's like, what do you do? Google the rarest, hardest to find?
No, he knows bourbons, he knows whiskeys. He was just asking for some advice
for something different,
yeah. And
we do that.
His job allots him a lot of privileges in life.
Good for him.
So he's done very well for himself. So he deserves to buy a
Well,
lot of
this
Pappy
is what Bobby should
at
try
an auction. So I think I'm going to send him a text for this and tell him he needs to kind of pick up this bottle and give it a go.
Yeah, I like it because it's so unique.
It is.
It doesn't even taste like other ryes.
Not even that. It doesn't even taste like a rye or a whiskey or like a port finished anything. It is its own standalone.
It's like the Virgil Cane Ginger.
Yeah,
it's got a very unique flavor.
It is
on the nose too. It's unique.
It's just different all around.
Now I want a bottle of this.
Well, you have to. You know where to get.
Yep, I know how to get some.
You know how to get some. So, all right. So you sent me an article.
I did.
In this one, I saw it, and I
as quick as you replied, I knew you only read the title.
I did.
Because you replied instantly, and I was like, he didn't even look. So I made a note. Hey, you got to read the article.
Well, let me tell the listeners when you sent it to me what my response was.
Yeah. That's on our private conversation.
That's
Sans dude.
So,
and should I tell them the title?
So yeah, go ahead.
The title is PITA's Vegan Guide to Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is a game.
My response is fuck them.
Yeah, that's it. And it was like instant. I was like, he didn't even click. Like,
nope.
Dude, read the article. It's hilarious.
So
this is another article. Like sometimes I'll save articles if I'm on the road at a red light or something, I'll scroll and be like, that's interesting, save for later. But I won't look at it for like sometimes 6 months or 2 years or like that whole Facebook thing. It was from 2016. I just never looked at it. So this is one of those ones I put up and I was like laughing as I read it. I said, we got to talk about this.
All right. So for those that don't know, Animal Crossing it's a game where you live in a virtual community.
And you control a person.
And you control a person.
Or people or
and
something.
You do something. I've never played it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo game. You're a person. You're living on an island.
But I know it's huge. Like, people love this game.
I've heard of it.
I just never
looked into it. It's not. It's more of a younger kids game.
That's what you would think. I know adults that play this game.
I play a lot of dumb games. It's just like at first glance, I'd be like, okay, this might be something my 6-year-old likes. It's just
And I called Matt a nerd. So he's one of the ones that plays this game. So anyway, I'm going to read the bold title portions of this. We're going to spend the rest of the show
on this.
And
Let's
we
get
might
some mixers ready.
We might mix a drink up. So we're going to spend the rest of the show on this garbage. So I hate PITA, but I like people eating tasty animals.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
PITA is worse for animals than people like you and I.
PITA is worse for animals than a kill shelter.
They are a kill shelter, like literally.
Yeah, I know.
They're like you and I are like I'm not against people eating animals. We just had brisket today.
Oh, that was so good.
I've raised animals and killed them myself and cleaned them myself very humanely and better than most of the food you get in the stores. But PITA is, man,
they
think they're good for animals.
Disaster.
I'd rather get a clean kill on a hunt where the animal feels no pain and use every bit of that animal I can to provide for myself and my family. PITA wants to take away puppies from people and then they end up killing them because they get too many.
Right. So
anyway,
this is their guide for a video game, not real.
And this is on PITA's site. We need to
this is
on
on
a third party.
This is at PITA.org.
This is not a guy like myself or Martell writing this. This is on PITA.org. You can find this article.
So the first thing they talk about is fishing in Animal Crossing vegan.
Is it?
It's vegan? A fucking video game. No, it's vegan because you're not eating the shit.
The first line, this is a biggie. Fishing isn't vegan with an exclamation point. You shouldn't fish in real life, so you shouldn't do it in a game either.
Eat shit.
Eat fish.
Eat fish.
It's so funny. And here's the thing. We'll link the article. It is hilarious. We're not going to read through everything. We're going to skim.
I'm going to skim through it and read the titles.
It's literally like, sure, unlike in real life, the fish in the game don't feel pain. It's how they say it. It's like, we admit that it's virtual, right? But fishing is harmful to animals and the planet. This is your island and it's your job to protect it. And it just goes on about how if you fish on this island in a virtual game, you're tearing up a virtual environment and how that's wrong and you shouldn't do it.
It's a game.
It's so funny, dude.
It's a game. It's a game. It's a game.
Yeah, they literally go, okay, it's virtual fish. Obviously, no fish are being no animals are being hurt, but you shouldn't do it anyway.
But don't do it. Don't do it.
I think it would be like they should take the stance like, hey, if you've ever wondered what fishing's like, do it here so you don't hurt real animals. Take that stance.
I would think.
I'd at least go like, okay, there's an alternative. But you're saying you shouldn't fish in real life, so don't do it here either.
Right. It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. So the next part that they get into, is it okay to catch bugs in Animal Crossing?
All right. From butterflies to wharf roaches, your island is a bustling home for various insects and other little animals. Keep it that way.
And then the next one is, Blathers would like to build a museum of fish and insects on your island. Don't let him do it. Just as fish don't belong in tanks, insects don't belong inside cramped cases in a museum for other villagers to gawk at.
You can't make this up.
No.
They're literally talking about virtual bugs being in virtual cages on a virtual island.
Yeah. Yeah. It is so stupid.
And here's the thing. I'm all for people having different ideas and beliefs. We've had people on the show that believe differently than I do or you do.
Right.
DJ. He has some different.
DJ.
DJ.
I'll tell you what. I think DJ gets most of our downloads.
Yeah. He's a very smart guy. He grew up in a very different world than we did. Same world, different perspective, right?
Right.
And I love his wit. I love his humor. You're right. I think he's one of our favorite guests. I'm fine that DJ and I don't necessarily agree on every single thing, and him and I will go back and forth online a lot, jokingly. We'll even discuss stuff seriously, usually in person. But at the end of the day, it's just like, cool, you believe that? Fine. I respect that because you're not a full idiot. It just doesn't exactly align with what I believe.
Right.
These people are complete idiots.
These guys they're fucking nut jobs. So, do clams feel pain? On your island, you can dig for clams, and here's why you shouldn't.
And then they've got screenshots, and this little character says, I got a manila clam. Manila's my favorite flavor of clam. Don't eat virtual clams.
Don't eat.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Clams are bivalves who may look less familiar to us than mammals, but they still deserve consideration and respect.
Respect your bivalves, people. Do not eat your virtual bivalves virtually.
All right. So the next one is, should I leave hermit crabs in the game alone?
They literally found screenshots that said, I caught a hermit crab. I think it wanted to be left alone. Well, yeah, dude's trying to move. He's got his house on his back, and you picked him up off the ground.
Well, I think all animals, for the most part, want to be left alone.
Duh. I want to be left alone. Right?
Speaking of that, how are you doing during this quarantine?
I'm not being left alone. 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, I've been going to Cuyahoga County up north, which is the worst county in Ohio for COVID-19 cases.
Which one you want?
But dude, they're both garbage.
I know.
Whichever one you don't. I don't care.
We're going to do separate ones here. Catch.
All right, throw.
Whoop.
Hey. Oh, man, this is... Oh.
You got the Beams 8.
Dude, look at it look when it gets shook and shaken, it looks more like a soda than a whiskey.
Here we go.
Yeah, I had to like sit up in the chair. I was still slouched from eating all the brisket. Yeah, for the quarantine, I've been busy, man. Our work has ramped up.
That's good.
Good for
You're
me.
essential.
I'm very essential. I've been traveling. Let's see. Since quarantine started, I've been
No.
So Martelle just tried Kentucky Tavern mixed with Dr. Pepper. And the face he made, he literally about stood up out of his chair.
No.
I haven't even made one yet. Yeah, I've been to Dayton, 4 different sites in Cincinnati, Cuyahoga County. I've been all over Central Ohio. I'm doing okay, except I've been on the road too much. Usually I'm on the road 1 week, 3-4 days out of the month.
Okay.
But we have inventory due, which is like an annual thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I've been busy. But other than that, I'm doing great. We moved.
I saw you move.
So the first 2 weeks on our new house, I've been gone for work. But I've your faces. You're trying so hard
I am.
to enjoy it.
It's not good.
Yeah, we moved. I've got a man cave set up. Like I've got my old TV and Nintendo, a record player. Like I'm elated with our new house. The boys love it.
Good.
It's so nice to see them so excited. Beth loves it. It's just we're going through the unpacking phase. And
don't unpack anything.
We've got here's the thing. We downsized years ago, as you know.
Right.
You saw our last apartment. So me, Beth, and 2 boys in a 1-bedroom apartment. Which is hard for most people to grasp, but your faces are great. Like you're married and have 2 girls and you have a nice sized house.
It's full of shit.
Finally got the point though where we went, okay, we need a bigger place.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even have a washer and dryer in our apartment. So we've sacrificed for long enough. We've saved enough money, paid off a lot of debt. We finally found a house. It's like full basement. Half of it's finished. That's where my man cave is. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The upstairs is finished and open, so Beth has like a craft area. We got like a guest bed up there.
Nice.
So between the move and work through this quarantine, I've been stupid busy. I'm tired now. I eat all that brisket. But I just spilled Dr. Pepper on my pants.
You're about to drink some shitty whiskey with some Dr. Pepper.
Well, I just poured
so you can make faces too. Well, that's good. Yeah, I actually.
You've been home a lot.
Liz and I have been taking this. Liz and I have been taking this pretty seriously. Although
that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. So we only leave when we need the essential stuff, or when Harley goes to her grandmother's for school because my mother-in-law she's a former
she stays home all the time.
She's a former teacher, and they only go out to golf and they go to church. Well, church is closed, and the golf courses are open, so they're only golfing. But we only go out for essential stuff. We go to the store. We've been doing like Friday, where we support local restaurants. We pick a different restaurant. We go to that restaurant. We leave an okay tip, like more than most. And we do it for lunch and dinner on Fridays. And then I did it for lunch today because it's Derek and he was close.
Yeah.
And it sounded really good.
And it's Derek.
And it's Derek. But I have seen where people are like losing their shit, or heard where people are like legitimately losing their shit because they are not around people.
Yeah, I think that's a side effect. Most are like, oh, I get to work from home. I can shelter in place.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching a survival show or watching UFC or football. I can do that until you have to do it. Right. And I think that's what most people are coming to the realization that, okay, I've seen the show Alone. I could live on a desert island. Then you try and live in your house.
And they can't do it.
And you can't do it.
They after like 4 weeks, they start to kind of lose their shit.
And I'm telling you right now, the last few days I've been on the road, and today especially, apparently there's a lot more essential people than I thought because there has been traffic.
Oh, there's been traffic everywhere.
The first couple of weeks, I was going everywhere. The only few people on the roads were going like 80 to 90 on the freeways, at least. And now it's starting to ramp up, and you can tell people are starting to get cabin fever, and they're just going out. They're saying, screw it.
Yeah. They're going out for a drive. I know some people have been going out for a drive.
Lowe's, there's been memes going around about how packed Lowe's have been because people are at home. They're doing projects.
They're going to do home projects. Yeah. So I personally am enjoying the hell out of this.
Oh, It doesn't help. Room temp Dr. Pepper almost, because we've had it up here so long. Yep. Oh, whew.
I love it.
You're right. I don't know how the Kentucky Tavern tastes, but I know it's
not
the same
good.
level as this Beams.
It wasn't good.
8 whatever.
It wasn't good.
They call this 8-star.
Yeah.
This is 1-star. This is a 1. This is
a fallen star.
This is a ooh. It reminds me of that scene in The Longest Yard where they look up the prisoners' rating systems out of 5 stars, and they look up Chris Rock's, and he's half a star, and they're laughing at him. He's like, I'm gonna have to shank somebody for this. I gotta get my reputation up. This is half a star. This is not good. Even with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, the piggyback.
We said in the other episode that this would be a mixer. I don't know if you can mix it.
A mixer. This is you're drunk and you need something else to drink out of,
or you're just going to give it to somebody. Like, Merry Christmas, I bought you whiskey.
So I did some piggyback in the Dr. Pepper. It is not that great either.
I wouldn't mix that with a soda.
It's not a soda mixer. Well, it's sitting here. I got an open soda.
No,
I might as well try it.
Try it.
It's not.
I'd rather have that over the rocks or in the man fashion.
This is a rocks or an old fashioned.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Like, this doesn't bother me at all. Like, no. I occasionally get cabin fever, but I get that throughout the week, even if I'm just.
Well, you're used to going to the gym.
Yeah,
you're used to you've got a lot going on typically in the normal.
I go to work and I go to the gym.
Yeah,
that is it. So sitting at home and working from home, cakewalk.
It's kind of nice. You just got to brush your teeth or put on pants if you don't want. But I'm saying you don't have to. It's like
I have worn athletic pants every day for the past 6 weeks.
For the first week ever.
That's why I'm 250 pounds now. Because I'm not like confining myself to jeans.
Jeans. You're letting it out. You're getting rid of your compression, Spanx. Yeah. And wearing fat guy pants.
But
I wore sweats to church last week. It was amazing. Because our church, like I was playing.
Oh, okay.
It was just our worship team. Like nobody's going to our church.
Right.
But we did like we did for the show and recorded like 4 Sundays worth. And last week was the first Sunday I didn't have to be there. And we watched it at Mom and Dad's because we interact with them anyways. They watch the boys when Beth and I work.
Right. And they're not going anywhere either.
No, they haven't. And I think they've made 2 trips to the store in the last month and a half.
Yeah, we do 2 week shopping now.
Yeah.
Like we'll shop for 2 weeks.
We always shop for 2 weeks, Beth and I, just because of the way I got paid. But anyway, so yeah, I put on sweatpants and was like sitting on a couch. And I love our church and our service. I know some people that listen don't. That's fine. But it's kind of like you're going to work. It's just like you can throw on your 1990s tracksuit tearaway pants if you want. And, you can do your side shuffle on in here. And yeah, but for me, work's been the same for me. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't changed one bit. The only thing that's changed is my habits. I wash my hands a lot more. I use sanitizer if I can't wash my hands. I got a wall mount hand sanitizer thing mounted in my work van, so it works out. You've got your mask.
Liz made me a mask because she doesn't want to go out in public without one.
It'll work well over the headphones.
But one side
is blue.
It's blue.
Bandanas.
A blue bandana. And the other side is a red bandana.
So you're ready for either.
I am ready for.
You're East Coast and West Coast.
That's right. I am fully prepared.
Throwing up gang signs, either color.
Yep. So, anyway, back to the show. Hermit crabs want to be left alone.
It's so bad.
Okay, so now we start getting into the good stuff. This is, by the way, we're on PITA's website.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, I know we went off on a little quarantine tangent.
More like Borantine.
Borantine. What would a vegan eat on a desert island?
In a game?
Yep.
A bunch of megabits?
Pixels?
It's a game.
It's a game.
The pixels are just in different shapes.
Yeah. So
a hermit crab and a pineapple are made of the same thing in a video game.
Yeah. A fish and a pineapple made of the same thing. So now the whole world knows the answer to the eternal question of what a vegan would eat on a desert island. Fruit in the game makes you strong.
You know what's really funny is we were talking about what would they eat, and for me, I use the term hermit crab. You don't eat hermit crabs normally. Nobody eats hermit crabs. Oh, man. Fish was a better one. You said fish. So, yeah, so they're eating fruit because it makes you strong.
When you eat enough fruit, you actually become strong enough to shatter rocks and receive
Fake.
extra bells and resources from them.
Fake.
Fuck
Eating
off.
just fruit is not going to make you stronger, and it's not going to make you shatter rocks.
PITA,
you will not get bells and whistles.
I fucking hate you guys. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. What other vegan food can you eat in the game? It's a goddamn game. I'm going to eat a pixel apple, some pixel cherries, pixel coconuts, pixel oranges, pixel peaches, and pixel pears.
It's all fake, guys.
It's all fake.
By the way, he added the term pixels. They're for reals.
I did.
Telling you what fruits you should go look
for reals, it says apples, cherries, coconuts, oranges, peaches, and pears. It's a goddamn game.
It's a freaking video game.
You know what I would do in this game if I could do it? I'd spear a fucking whale.
Harpoon.
I'd harpoon that motherfucker.
Sunday whaling.
I'd go underwater spear fishing. I'd eat everything. I'd turn. You know what? You know what's really good about whales? Ambergris. Whale vomit.
I know ambergris is from watching Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, it's worth like $71,000 for 3 pounds of it.
Jeez.
I'm hoping that
I can.
I'm hoping that when I go down to Myrtle Beach this year, I can find some ambergris because no one's been on the beach.
I doubt you'll be the first one back. This is really
it'll be really close because we're going to middle of July, and I have a feeling. Well, South Carolina's fucking opening up now. Damn it.
Yeah, and we'll know by the time this episode drops. I think Monday's when they're going to talk about when Ohio's fully opening again.
They're not going to fully.
Not fully. They'll ramp it up, but they're going to talk about it.
They'll ramp it up, but it.
I'm saying they'll give us an idea.
I don't think May 1 is a good. I think it needs to be like May 15th.
I think more people need to stay home so the roads are empty for me.
Well, I personally. Here we go. The human race is a virus on this planet that needs to be eradicated.
We need a new plague.
Like, what does a virus do? It infects.
Yep.
It takes over and it destroys. What does the human race do?
Fight each other over political beliefs?
It goes into new places, destroys,